It was going to take something truly amazing to beat Mega Man 2 to my top spot this year, and it was going to take something even more amazing for a sequel to do it. Yakuza 2 is that game. Just like Mega Man 2, it takes everything great about the original and improves it significantly. And like every second game from the PS2 era, it's being remade. That's the footage you're seeing now, and if these clips don't sell you on the game, nothing will. For anyone unfamiliar with the Yakuza series, and I'm sure there's plenty of you, it's basically a semi-open world beat 'em up with RPG elements. The majority of Yakuza 2 is split between exploration and combat. The combat is very similar to that in the first game, but it's definitely improved upon here. My one gripe is that it's possibly a little bit too easy. I think I might have only died twice or 3 times before the final boss. Through experience points, you can make improvements to your combat system, and each improvement feels worthwhile and makes a tangible difference to your ability. In most games with an upgrade system, I find it difficult to choose between upgrades because they all sound so useless. In Yakuza 2, I found it difficult because they all sounded so good. The difference is obvious as soon as you become roped into your next fight. I'm not sure if it was intentional, but I think the nature of the spontaneous fights in the game prevent them from being repetitive. Most of your fights occur when some random gimp on the street stops you, insults you for no reason and challenges you. Because the people who challenge you are so stupid and their insults are so dumb and hilarious, smashing their face into the wall never really ceases to be satisfying. The combat reaches its pinnacle though, probably predictably, in the game's most difficult fights. At one point you actually have to fight 2 fully grown tigers. Yep, 2 massive tigers. There's obviously no fight too difficult for Kazuma though, because he roundhouse kicks the fuck out of those tigers. Ridiculous, hilarious, and ultra serious all at the same time. All your practice, all your upgrades, and all your talent are fully tested in the game's final boss. I won't say who it's against for obvious spoiler reasons, but like every Yakuza game, the climax is tense and epic as fuck. The game's exploration takes place in 2 areas, Kamurocho and Sotenbori, which are representations of locations in the Japanese cities of Tokyo and Osaka respectively. In each, you can gamble, play some mahjong, if, unlike me after trying for 500,000 fucking hours for a quest, you actually figure out how to, or talk to some of them sexy escort girls. You can hilariously act like a dick with your responses, or you can try your best to seduce them for a very sexy side quest conclusion. You travel throughout each city, always on foot, when completing either the main quests or the hilariously eccentric side quests. In typically Japanese fashion, some of the stories you come across are so random and weird, and also very typical of a Japanese game. The main plot is ultra dramatic and serious. The contrast and the combination between the two somehow works really well, developing a narrative which you somehow find yourself being sucked into, all the while just accepting the random hilariousness that goes alongside it. This narrative, which ebbs and flows, which fades in and out of your conscious attention, is absolutely brilliant. The game's hugely engaging story is what takes it to another level, and it's the reason why it beats Mega Man 2 to the top spot on my list. Its pacing is really good, it's always intriguing, always fresh, and builds towards an unforeseen but very tightly knit conclusion. I played the PS2 version and it's held up really well. With the massively graphically improved remake that you're watching coming out probably next year in the West, you should really give the series a go. You won't regret it.